Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, License to be Bad, a creation by Jonathan Aldred. In License to be Bad, 2019, a few economists have significantly altered our perspectives on economics in the past 50 years. Concepts like game theory, public choice theory, and free riding have influenced our behavior, seemingly allowing us to act immorally. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Jonathan Aldred, a fellow at Emmanuel College, University of Cambridge, teaches economics and land economy. His first book, The Skeptical Economist, published in 2009, explores the ethical foundations of economics. With 9 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on StoryPlanet.net. To start, questioning the trustworthiness of economists' advice and guidance. Economics is often seen as a hard science dealing with objective truths and numbers. However, it is not as objective as believed, having fallibility and human elements. The summarizer will challenge economic concepts, showing societal truths may not always be true, discussing topics like bribing employers, democracy, and similarities between the stock market and snowflakes. Key idea number 1. Controversial free market economic views are now dominant. In 1947, economist Friedrich Hayek led a group questioning John Maynard Keynes's public spending approach to stimulate economies after World War II. This led to the rise of free market economic views, culminating in the Chicago School advocating minimal government intervention in the economy. This ideology influenced Reaganomics and Thatcherism in the 1980s. The Chicago School's principles have been dominant but face criticism for their role in economic crashes and climate change issues. Key idea number 2. Game theory promotes a self-centered perspective. Game theory predicts behavior based on rational decision-making, emphasizing self-interest. The prisoner's dilemma is a famous example. While game theory suggests people are always selfish, evidence shows collaboration can occur for optimizing outcomes, such as in international cooperation on carbon emissions and peace treaties. Game theory promotes a selfish view of the world, though it doesn't always predict human behavior accurately. Key idea number 3. Ronald Coase unintentionally encouraged economists to idealize deal-making. A failed experiment in Illinois in 1983 tried to reduce unemployment by offering a $500 reward to employers who hired and retained job seekers. Inspired by the Coase theorem, which emphasizes deal-making for economic efficiency, the scheme did not work as expected. Coase believed transaction costs influence decision-making, but some economists, like the Chicago School, interpret this as minimizing government intervention. This has led to controversial ideas like a free market in babies and impact on carbon markets. The emphasis on minimizing transaction costs may not align with Coase's original intention of highlighting their importance. Key idea number 4. Some economic theories are overly critical of government. Economist Ken Arrow's impossibility theorem questions the feasibility of achieving collective decision-making that aligns with everyone's preferences. Arrow's theory has some assumptions that do not always apply in real-world scenarios, like the need for a complete ranking of all outcomes. Public choice theory by economist James Buchanan suggests that individuals in politics, including voters, act selfishly, leading to too much government regulation. However, this theory has contradictions and can have a self-fulfilling effect where individuals begin acting selfishly because they believe others are as well, showing the impact of economic theories on behavior. Key idea number 5. Beware of free rider thinking, as it can lead to negative outcomes. Individual responsibility remains even when others could have committed the same negative actions. Free rider thinking, which is the belief that individual actions don't matter in a collective context, can have severe consequences in society. Resisting the urge to free ride is crucial for generating meaningful change, as collective efforts can have significant impacts, such as in climate change response. Cooperating and collectively contributing can lead to positive outcomes rather than succumbing to free rider thinking that undermines individual responsibility. Key idea number 6. Using economic principles in daily situations can lead to unexpected outcomes. There has been a movement since the 1980s, led by economist Gary Becker, to apply economic thinking more broadly in decision-making, diverging from traditional economics. Becker's views on applying economics in areas like immigration and criminal justice have been controversial. His ideas were based on the assumption that people make rational decisions, even in areas like smoking and family dynamics. Despite the influence of this economic perspective, it can lead to unconventional and sometimes detrimental outcomes, as seen in cases like crime rates not decreasing with longer sentences. Applying economics to all aspects of life, as in Becker's ideology, may not always be optimal for a healthy and balanced society. Key idea number 7. People do not always react to incentives as economists predict. Incentives and disincentives can have varying effects depending on how they are communicated and the context. People's motivations are complex and not solely based on financial rewards. Messaging plays a crucial role in how incentives are perceived and whether they are effective. Examples such as the impact of fines on late daycare pickups and the success of the UK plastic bag tax highlight the importance of communication and awareness campaigns in influencing behavior. Financial incentives can sometimes backfire by leading to unintended consequences, like dishonesty or a decrease in altruistic actions. The belief that everyone has a price raises ethical concerns and the risk of corrupting individuals. The complexity of human motivations goes beyond simple economic incentives and involves considerations of morality and coercion. Key idea number 8. Models for calculating probability are flawed. The text discusses the challenges in using traditional statistical models to predict rare events like financial crashes due to their flawed assumptions and the presence of fractal distributions in phenomena like the stock market. It highlights the need to acknowledge uncertainty and the limitations of probability in making predictions, using climate change projections as an example. It concludes that certain events are truly uncertain and can't be accurately quantified, urging for a more honest approach to dealing with unpredictable outcomes. Key idea number 9. Modern economics is criticized for being too accepting of extreme wealth disparities. Inequality exists globally and among the rich, following a fractal distribution that is scale invariant. Economic policies favoring free markets in countries like the US and UK have led to increased inequality since the 1980s. Extreme inequality is tolerated and even encouraged, with examples like low top tax rates in the US. The assumption that low taxes motivate people is flawed, as tax is useful for funding public services. Modern economic theories often rely on subjective value judgments rather than reflecting how people truly are. It's time to move away from such economic theories and acknowledge that humans are not purely economically driven. In conclusion, the text discusses how economic ideas favoring the free market have influenced policies and thinking. It suggests paying less attention to economists promoting a selfish worldview disguised as facts. The book, License to be Bad, highlights the impact of a few economists on current thinking. Additionally, it suggests reading False Economy by Alan Beatty to explore how economic decisions affect entire countries. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.